Latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your hometown news tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday Night Basketball here at the beautiful campus of Letcher County Central, as we have a barn burner of a 14th region matchup in store, as the visiting Breathitt County Lady Bobcats will be taking on the homestanding Lady Cougars. We are really excited to be back. We've had a few days. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday, and we are ready to get into the nuts and bolts, Jeremiah. You know,
absolutely.
The Christmas tournaments are over. The trips to the beach are over.
Lots of fun.
Oh, the fun time's over. Now we're ready to get into the nuts and bolts of the 14th region.
Yeah, this right here is going to kind of be a warm-up for the All-A all next week, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah. We're going to be busy bringing a bunch of those All-A games to you. But tonight we've got a great game. And, you know, we're still trying to figure out where the cream is in the 14th region right now.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked a lot of time this year that girls, you know, until somebody in the region knocks Hazard off,
yeah,
you know, that's kind of our team that we're looking at. But beyond that, you've got 4 or 5 teams that can definitely make a run for that regional championship game.
Yeah, it's definitely wide open behind Hazard. Not saying Hazard can't be beat, because any of them can be beat on any given night. But
oh, that's exactly right, Jeremiah. And you know, we're looking at 2 teams that have the possibility to do that. And you're talking about with Lexi Combs at Breathitt. I mean, she's one of the premier players in the region.
Yeah, she's a very good young talent. Going to be there a few more years, and we'll probably get to see her get much better over the next couple of years.
Yeah. You know, in Letcher County Central, just come back from Florida. You know, I saw a lot of pictures. They seem to enjoy themselves. But, you know, it's about playing competition. But the biggest thing that they do, and almost all the teams right here do it, is that team chemistry building.
Yeah, team bonding. This time of year, try to get that a little stronger, carry you into the district and region play. So
we're 2 minutes away. And we'll get ready here in a couple minutes for the national anthem.
Our 10 short keys to the game.
Oh, keys to the game. Well, I think really simply up front, Letcher Central got to get Allie Bailey involved. Allie has had a good last few games, post player. We know Keith Baker loves to pound the post, get her going. Yep. But the key to Letcher Central is handling the pressure. That's been their bugaboo all year, handling pressure from the defense and stopping that straight line drive that Lexi Combs can go coast to coast. She's fast with the basketball.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they kind of play zone to keep her out of the paint.
Well, you know, that's where her bread and butter is. I mean, she can scoot. And then for Breathitt County, I think limiting second chance points, you know, they got to get in there and they've got to really hit the offensive boards, defensive boards. They want to score in transition, Jeremiah. They want to get out and really go, and they want to pressure the ball. But for them, they've got to find a secondary scorer. You know, we watched them earlier. It was Lexi Combs. They've got to have somebody else to give them 10 to 12 a game to go with her. Yeah,
Lexi Combs, and then I think Macy Brown, they really need her to step up.
Yeah, kind of been an enigma this year. You know, I've watched her play several years, played on that great Owsley County team that won the region, but not really putting up the numbers that I expected her to do.
Yeah, just I think it'd come with chemistry and just as they get on into the season here.
Yeah, and
We'll see.
on top of that, I'm really excited about. They just recently got a new player eligible at Letcher Central. Sadie Johnson came over from Shelby Valley, and I talked to Coach Baker, who, by the way, it is his birthday today, and probably nothing would make him happier than getting a big win tonight. But Sadie will see some limited minutes tonight on her first return to the game situations since she had hip surgery several months ago.
Okay. Well, I think we're ready to take a break. National anthem coming up.
All right, we'll be back.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24. For over a century, Bank of Hindman has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hindman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hindman, where tradition and trust still matter.
Okay, welcome back here to Letcher County Central as we're reading the starting lineups here. And Jeremiah, you want to go through the starting lineups here?
Yeah, first off for the Lady Cats of Breathitt County, number 3, Lexi Combs. Number 5, Micah Kanoy. Number 23, Charlie Stacy. 34, and the lights go out.
I got you, Jeremiah.
34 was Macy Brown, and and 4, Alexis Pelfrey for the Lady Cats. And now for the Lady Cougars of Letcher County Central. They get ready to pep the crowd up here.
There's a lot more panache than there used to be with this stuff, Jeremiah.
Number 14, Anna Hatton. Number 52, Allie Bailey. Number, they say 32, Scarlett Stamper. I think we've got that number wrong on ours. Number 4, Molly Cottle. And number 23, Mara Dixon.
All right, we're ready to set everything off. Looking to this, we've got some great officials tonight. Travis Perry there to tip it up. Chris Spurlock and Christy Combs, 3 of the best in the business here in the 14th region. So we've got Allie Bailey and Macy Brown ready to jump it up, and we're ready to get underway here at Letcher County Central. And Macy controls the tap. And you see Breathitt County coming out early, Jeremiah, and just spreading the floor. And that's what they want to do, is get Lexi those lanes to drive.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Letcher playing 2-3 to start.
Yeah, just kind of what you thought they would do.
Yeah, kind of trying to keep Combs out of the lane.
Yeah, and that's a nice three-point attempt by Lexi there, rimmed out. You know, getting the start for Letcher Central tonight, Mara Dixon, an 8th grader, played at Whitesburg Middle School, has really improved a lot and worked her way into the starting lineup.
Stamper with a nice cut through the lane.
You know, Breathitt got a lot of size down there. You saw a couple of blocks, you know, Charlie Stacy and Macy Brown, both 5'11", 6-foot girls in there.
Yeah, I actually thought Letcher would have the height advantage but they're coming out and it looks like Breathitt, you know, in the 2-3 as well, and it kind of surprised me. I thought that Breathitt would really try to ramp up the pressure. Cottle for 3.
Yeah, and Cottle's one of those girls, but she can score in bunches, Jeremiah. You know, she loves the outside shot, and she's capable of hitting them a bunch in a row. And it looks like Letcher Central showing a little token pressure right here. They've dropped back into that 2-3 zone.
Pelfrey for 3. Off the mark.
Yeah, and you know, that's kind of been the bugaboo on Breathitt this year, as we talked about a little earlier, is, you know,
consistency.
Yeah, consistency. And where does that scoring come from when it's not Lexi? Stamper with the strong rebound and a nice pass. Give her an assist as Allie Bailey picks up 2 right there. Letcher Central showing a little zone, press right here.
Yeah, Breathitt kind of in that V formation, easily getting down the court.
So see if they try to get Macy going inside as the ball enters the high post. They go a little high-low right there, but throw it out of bounds, and it's going to go to Letcher Central. You know, Macy, you know, she's probably the tallest girl in the 14th to reach, and her and Samara Bailey at not. You know, I just feel like she's got to be a more assertive in the post.
Kind of like Stacy there. She was quick to pass that out once she got it down there.
Skip pass across to Dixon. And Dixon gets her first 2 as a starter for Letcher County Central. And it's 7-0. Cougars on top. Letcher Central still showing a little bit of that little zone press. Just kind of trying to slow things down a little bit. Boy, Bailey dives hard into the scorer's table. Yeah, another errant 3 right there from Alexis Pelfrey, but she was a little more dialed in that time, and Stamper lost the ball out of bounds, so the ball come back to Breathitt County. Brown triggers the inbounds pass.
Combs for 3.
Yeah, nice rebound right there by Stamper. And Stamper, you know, that's one thing last year. She was such a strong rebounder. Nice little entry pass from Dixon to Bailey, and Breathitt County is going to take a timeout as Letcher Central extends the lead 9-0. I believe it's just 20, so we'll stay right here. Jeremiah, what do you see right now already starting this game?
Well, the Lady Cats are getting shots, not hitting, but they're probably shooting a little too quick right now.
Well, and you know, when you've got a 6-footer and a 5'11" girl, I'm old school.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, I'm not going to settle for the first available three-point shot.
Which is what they've been doing.
Yeah, and work that ball into the post. They're 0 for 5 starting out from the three-point line. So, you know.
Yeah, swing the ball. Let the lanes open up.
Yep, and that's where Lexi, you know, you get the big girls going. They went to a little high-low action, but, you know, look for a little give and go to Combs to get her into the lane where she can really make things happen.
Yeah, if nothing else, you get the ball inside the paint and let the passes back out create your shots. Percentages are always higher coming from the paint out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Lexi Combs has no problem beating the pressure. Pelfrey's looking at the top, and another three-pointer. This time it's good.
Kanoe.
You know, we really like watching Kanoe play, too. She is such a hustler. Nice take by Dixon. Gets blocked by Brown. Bailey with another one. Give her 6 quick points. Letcher County, the same thing, showing that little token pressure, then dropping back into that 2-3. Going to make Breathitt County shoot them out of it.
Uh-huh. Macy with a nice rebound.
Yeah, great rebound right there.
Good effort, though.
Stamper at about 5'6" right there. Really, she had a great box out, great position, but Brown just goes up over the top and pulls it down.
Yeah. Yeah, Macy Brown looked like she wanted that one.
Bailey at the top of the key, kicks it back out to Caudle. Caudle over to Hatton. Stamper tries to make the pass into Bailey, kind of gets kicked, and Breathitt comes away on the transition. And this is where Breathitt County is so deadly.
Breathitt, a slow start, but we've seen that with Knott County earlier this year.
That's exactly right. Now, one thing about Brown, she is an excellent passer. Last year I really was impressed with her ability to pass the ball. Breathitt showing a little bit more patience this time. It's almost thrown over and back. Managed to maintain possession. And it's a rough.
That was a bad shot.
Yeah. Now, still, once again, get the ball inside to those big girls.
Kanoe that time had a girl on her hip, but just a difficult shot.
Letcher Central as Anna Hatton brings the ball down the floor, goes into the paint, back to the top of the key to Allie Bailey from about 17, just a little bit short. That's a nice entry pass to Brown, but she misses the bunny right there. Caudle gets the ball to Hatton, back out to Stamper, over to Dixon, looking at Bailey inside again. Nice little stop and go, but a little short. So Letcher Central kind of cooling off a little bit now after that quick start. 11-5, Cougars lead. Still got Brown on the post, Jeremiah, but not super active down there.
No, she's just kind of standing around.
Combs dribbles in and shoots a little short jumper. Rebound by Hatton. She's going to pull it back out, settle the offense down. Oh, nice pass from Dixon to Bailey, and Bailey gives 8.
No answer for Bailey at the moment.
No. But she does a good job creating space with her shoulders, and she just knows the game.
Yeah, she's just doing a good job of finding open space on the floor right now.
Exactly. Finding that hole in the zone. And her teammates, you can tell that's kind of a priority to get the ball inside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Keith Baker basketball.
Try to draw fouls early to get those big girls on the bench.
And, you've got Brown. They made another nice little entry pass to her, but not creating any space with her body, just standing straight up, and the ball went out of bounds. So checking in for the first time in the Cougar white and blue is Sadie Johnson. Bailey Howard checks in for Stamper, number 12. As Sadie goes in, and she is looking to assert herself in the post. Caudle from 3. It's no good. Well, now it's a much bigger Cougar team with Johnson in there when you've got Bailey and Johnson both. Caudle looks up as Bailey Howard flashed open into Allie Bailey. Drops it down to Johnson. Johnson goes to work to the left side on Brown. Goes up and draws the foul quickly. So she's going to go to the free throw line, Jeremiah, for a chance to have her first points as a Cougar.
Yeah. Just a good quick move to the open space in the floor.
We knew when Sadie transferred to Letcher Central, she's an impact player, and she was one of the better players in the 15th, and a very deep, talented 15th last year. She has the free throw up, and it's good, and that one's in the books. Point number 1 for Sadie Johnson. Nice looking free throw. David Adams would have been impressed with the follow through right there.
He would have been.
14-5. David is working the North Laurel game tonight, and Manus is on assignment with his grandkids in Raceland. Rebound by Mara Dixon, goes up and draws the foul, so she's going to go to the line. And, you know, we talked about limiting second chance opportunities as our keys to the game, and right there, and for me, Jeremiah, rebounding is all it is. It's an effort thing.
Yeah.
And you've got to be active.
Rebounding is probably 90% effort, 10% of
reading where the ball's going to come out.
Kind of reading.
Stamper checks in for Caudle. Looks like Anderson checks in for Bailey with 33 seconds left in the quarter to give Bailey a little blow. Mara drops that one down. And Anderson coming in, you know, with her and Sadie, you don't lose any size inside. Letcher Central with that trap, turns Combs over. Stamper comes down, flips it over to Hatton. Hatton out to Johnson. Johnson head fake comes in from 10, rims out.
Lady Cats need to be patient and pass with this pressure. Combs got ahead of herself that last possession. 9 seconds.
Nice block by Johnson. That's going to end the quarter 15-5. All Cougars at this point. We'll take a break and come right back to start the second quarter.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bedbugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Letcher County Central as we start the second quarter. Right now, 15-5. And Jeremiah, you know, it's kind of like you talked about, patience for one team and a lack of patience for the other.
Yeah, Letcher has been patient. They found those open spots on the floor. Lady Cats has not been as patient. They've tried to push some things, and just a lot of turnovers at the moment.
Yeah. Looks like Letcher Central back in that 2-3 zone. They're coming out, though, kind of running the shooters off the line. Brown over in the corner. Said they try to slip her down on the block right here. Good-looking shot right there.
12, Hayes?
Yep. That was a nice shot. Mara Dixon drives in with the little runner that goes. Big-time shot from Mara Dixon. And, guys, she's going to be a special little ball player as an 8th grader. Press turns them over again as Scarlett Stamper steps in front. Ball over to Allie Bailey, back over to Anna Hatton for the short 8-footer. And it's going to stay right here as the ball goes out of bounds.
Yep, Hayes has kind of lost it out of bounds for the rebound. Hatton to inbound.
Nice little inbounds play right there, but blocked. Scarlett Stamper broke free for a second, but that height, Breathitt County gives Stamper a little bit of a problem in there. You know, I've said plenty of times, Stamper is a power forward trapped in a point guard's body. Bailey with the little move, back out to Caudle, to Stamper. Big shout out to Martha Whitaker, one of my favorites. As Stamper drives and misses it, Martha always tuning in to watch. She loves her some basketball. Hatton the ball on the wing, over to Stamper. Cougars a little stagnant right now. Dixon, they're going to call it an illegal screen right there on Bailey. 17-8, all Cougars early on in this one.
Yeah, Lady Cats need to get somebody back.
Yeah. Combs gives the ball up. Nice entry pass right there, but once again, if they're going to call a travel, but once again, point blank.
Good effort there by Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes does a great job. She's giving them a little spark coming in, but, they've missed 4 bunnies right at the go, and you can't do that, against one of the top teams in the 14th region. Back out to Bailey at the top of the key to Dixon. Dixon over to Hatton. Hatton back across to Bailey. Looks like Bailey's going to work her way down on the post, but she's not got a whole lot of room. Back over to Stamper. Over to Hatton. Letcher Central being very, very patient with the basketball. Nice drive by Hatton as she draws the foul right there, and the foul would have been on number 12.
Hayes.
Team first.
So Hatton in the line at the free throw line. Good free throw shooter. And I jinxed her, Jeremiah. It rims out.
You know you didn't.
I do it every time. That's just, I'm just going to quit talking. I'm not.
No.
Hatton eyes the second one. Good rotation, good follow through. And this one rims out as well. But once again, Dixon about sneaks in for the rebound, but loses it off her foot. It'll go to Breathitt County. 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Just looking over the rosters here, I'm noticing that Breathitt will return everybody next season. So they're still building.
Oh, yeah. Ball goes to Brown, but that was that little give and go that we had talked about. Outside, nice looking shot, rims out, rebound by Johnson. She's going to run the break herself as she comes up. Makes a nice entry pass to Bailey. Over to Stamper, gets blocked. It's going to go out of bounds. Johnson probably pressing a little bit right now. Not been in a game situation and, has practiced for a few weeks now. But
take the open shots.
Yep.
Take that elbow jumper.
Letcher Central's kind of give up on the press a little bit for right now. Looks like they've switched to a man-to-man. Looks like there's a foul called.
Yeah.
Letcher Central, number 5, Dixon.
That's Mara.
Team second foul.
It's been a relatively clean game so far. Hayes sets to inbounds it.
I feel like Hayes has had her hands in every play since getting into the game.
Combs with a nice drive. And, that's what she can do. She's got to get into that lane. Nice little 8-foot runner right there. 17-10 as Breathitt County cuts into the lead.
Yeah, she's a player that likes to knife through that lane.
Oh, yeah. Caudle from 3, and it's nothing but bottom. Her second 3 tonight.
Combs trying to get right back in the lane.
Yep. Nice little baseline move by Brown. And that's her first bucket of the night.
Good high-low right there.
Yep.
Stacy drawed all the defense and left Brown on the baseline by herself.
Johnson with the 10-footer. It comes up soft. Offensive rebound by Bailey. She works in, back out to Caudle for 3 again. A little bit short, but the Cougars really dominating the boards as Bailey gets the rebound over to Caudle. Dixon for 3. It's going to be short. They get another rebound. Ball goes up and draws the foul. And remember the keys to the game. Limit second chance buckets. That time the Cougars have 4 tries and finally draw the foul.
Yeah, too many tries.
And once again, you've got Scarlett Stamper in there at 5'6". Yeah, just keeping the ball alive.
Nothing but effort.
Yep.
The Lady Cougars are just getting their hands on the ball and knocking it away from the Lady Cats.
Caudle first was a little short. Cougars leaving a lot of points on the board, Jeremiah, at the free throw line so far.
Yeah, I think that's maybe 4 misses at the moment from the free throw line.
And Caudill drops the second one in to extend the lead, 21-12. So we'll see how long that the Cougars stay with this man defense right here. As Combs drives in, blocked by Johnson, controlled by Stamper. Dixon on the run right here, over on the wing to Caudill. Nice entry pass to Bailey. She goes up, misses it. Might have shot through some contact right there.
Good possibility.
Breathitt County looking to be a little more patient this time. Caudill active hands pressuring the ball on this man defense. Cougars picking them up pretty much at half court. Good rebound in there by Johnson. Johnson kind of, even though she's not scoring right now, we've seen 2 rebounds and a block shot. Dixon drives to the lane, shoots a little teardrop runner. Offensive rebound by Bailey. And she's going to draw a foul.
Letcher's owning the boards.
Yeah.
Both sides of the floor.
You're a young team like Breathitt, and it takes a while to realize what the blueprint is to get better. And it really starts with those effort plays. That's one thing that you can control the whole time is your effort.
Yeah, and battling for position with her just.
Johnson makes a move, spins in 2, shoots a little shot up. It's a little short on the spin move. And Johnson going to get called for a reach right there. And I talked to Coach Baker this morning about Sadie. That's one of the things, getting her in game shape. And that's when you see you move quick. A few minutes here,
a few minutes there.
Yeah, and you get that reach in. That's a little frustration, a little fatigue right there as she comes out. Letcher Central still in that man-to-man as Howard checks in. Combs goes up, misses it, rebound, but no surprise. This Lady Cougars as Bailey Howard runs the break. Bad pass by Dixon. Her first mistake tonight as Lexi Combs comes in. She's going to draw the foul.
Come up short on the shot, but.
And then, that's a lazy pass across the defense. And, Lexi Combs very quick. That's something that Letcher Central can't do, and that's an 8th grade point guard right there, 8th grade guard. Just a young mistake as Hatton goes to check in for her right now. Combs at the second shot right here. A little short, rebound by Bailey. Stamper runs the offense over to Howard on the wing. She's going to go baseline, cut off. Pass into Stamper at the high post. Bailey setting herself in deep. Bailey Howard for 3. It's going to be short, but rebounded by Hatton. Over to Caudill. And Caudill with a nice little runner. And once again, offensive rebounds.
Yeah. Yeah, rebounds. It don't matter if it's offensive or defensive.
Yeah.
Letcher County.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul right there on that Scarlett Stamper on the foul. But you can see Lexi now she's trying to get into the paint to make something happen.
Yeah, starting to be aggressive, getting some fouls called.
We were so impressed with her last year as a freshman. Did so many good things for Breathitt County. Good free throw shooter, knocks the first one down. 23-14, minute 38 to the half. This is the second one. Stamper comes down with the rebound. Cougars in no hurry right here as it goes out to Caudill. Into Stamper from about 9. A little hard. But once again, Stamper comes in and is going to draw the jump ball, and the possession arrow will stay with the Cougars. Bailey Howard to inbound. That's a really not the pass they wanted right there from Howard. You can see right now, really nice move by Brown, using the left hand up off the glass.
Yeah, that's what you expect of
Yeah,
Brown.
that's exactly right, Jeremy. That's what we expected. 23-16. 50 seconds to go. Howard from 3 again. This time knocks the bottom out of it.
Feels like it should be a 20-point lead, not a 10.
I was going to say the same thing. There goes Lexi again, and she's going to get the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, the and one.
This is Letcher Central, number 12, Howard.
I'll be anxious to see how long Coach Baker stays with this man. It seems like, when they were with the zone, they kind of cut that penetration off. And Howard completes the three-point the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he swapped from the zone. I don't feel like Breathitt was hurting them when they were playing zone.
Stamper over to Hatton for the little short corner, and she knocks it down from about 10 foot. Still in man-to-man as Lexi drives down, gives it off to Brown. As Brown works her way down against Bailey, puts it up, and it's going to be rebounded by Stamper. 6 seconds, got to be aware of the clock. Ball into Bailey. Bailey up and misses it, and that's going to do us for the half. So at halftime, 28-19, Cougars over top of the Lady Cats of Breathitt County. We'll take a break and come right back.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Key Chicago Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Strong.
Hey, welcome back to Letcher County Central halftime. Letcher County Central, if you're just tuning in, 28. Breathitt County Lady Bobcats 19. And I'm joined with a special guest. And I'm kind of partial to this guy because not only, is he an outstanding coach, but he's also one of my neighbors. So I'm here joined by Shelby Valley head coach Matthew Taylor.
Hey, how are you? Excited to be here, man.
Well, Matt, you've had a chance, you had a stint at Letcher County Central, kind of, turned the program around over here and did a lot of positive things. Then you grabbed your suitcase and traveled down 23 a little bit to Shelby Valley.
Yeah.
How's things going over there?
It's going really good, man. Shelby Valley is a special place. It's a basketball place. It's one of the only places got one of the banners hanging in to say state champion on it. So it's a really good job. But, home is home. And home will never be not home. Does that make any sense?
100%.
So if there's a basketball bouncing and I'm around here, then I'm going to make sure to be here and see it.
Yeah, and it's great to see you tonight. Now, after coaching in the 14th region for a couple of years, now transitioning to the 15th, we do games in the 13th, 14th, and 15th, and we see that each region has its own distinct style of play.
Totally
How
different.
do you think the 15th region differs from the 14th?
I think the 15th region is 10 times faster than the 14th region. We actually fell victim to that. I'm a guy that I loved playing here. We had PD, Caden, Cooper, those guys who you could really throw the ball inside and get something done and real easy around the rim anytime you needed a basket. And I got spoiled by that, honestly, because the 15th is not like that. There's not a lot of bigs. There's only 2 of them that really play a lot right now. And it's a very, very fast region. And the 14th is a way, way harder to score. And we got burnt by that early in the year by Knott County Central.
Yeah.
They beat us 65-61 opening night over there. Jeff did a great job. I thought really, really the big factor in our game was Michael Gibson and Chance Amberg's ability to rebound and score around the rim. They were able to score easy baskets, and we were shooting threes and contested threes.
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
Yeah, and I watched the game, and I know I even told Caitlin, your wife, the next day, I was like, Matt really wasn't thrilled with the shot selection in that game.
No, sir, not at all. I'm a wide open guy. You know that.
Yes.
If you've earned that green light in the time we spend in the gym, I'm definitely wide open. But that night, I was one of those nights where, if it was one of those nights in Letcher Central where we were off, we would just say, okay, here we're going to go. We're going to run flex, or we're going to run circle motion or something like that to get the ball down to PD or Caden or Cooper and get a layup to stop the bleeding. There was no blood shot. I called a blood shot. There was no blood shots for us. We could not draw any blood in that last fourth quarter, and that's credit to Knott County. But that's the biggest difference. And when you see teams going back and forth like we played, Hazard a couple weeks ago, we ended up getting a win, in the PIT versus Hazard. Very hard-fought win. But we were on that night. We were really hitting. I think we hit 13 threes that night. And when we're doing that, my goal is to get up 25. If we're doing that, it's pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah, I think Mark Pope would have been really pleased with that.
If I had Jake Quittens, I tell you this, that ball would go into Pope more than it got it from the three-point line.
Yeah, I've had a chance. We've had Pikeville early, and I was very, very impressed with the Pikeville team.
Oh, yes, sir.
Probably as a cerebral group of kids that I saw. They didn't make any mistakes. And let me tell you, the little guard is a menace.
Absolutely, Grant Hall.
Oh, he's a menace.
I'll tell you straight up, man, Grant Hall is the best, one of the best on-ball defenders I've seen in high school basketball since I've been here. I would compare him to Brady Boggs, and that's a real, real rare thing here from Letcher Central because you know Brady and you know how he was. And if you can put that level of pressure on somebody at the front of your press and the front of your pressure, and then not only does he put it on at that front level, he also gets back into the play always in some manner on the other end of the floor.
Well, that's the thing that I watched him so much is that he help side. He's got such quick hands on the help side.
Yes.
King gets most of the press for them. But, I watched the other kid that you talked about play at Pike Central last year.
Yes.
And I was like, who is this kid?
Yes, hard-playing kid. He's got a really good dad, man. Jeremy Hall, he was a big-time player at UPAC.
Jeremy from Allen Central?
Yes.
Oh, well,
yes.
okay.
Exactly.
You just cleared some things up for me.
He's got a little brother named Nolan that doesn't do. He's not as fast as Grant, but he's also bigger. You know what I mean? So he's a freshman. So they got both of them.
Now Jeremy, he didn't shy away from the shot.
Yeah.
Now
exactly.
I haven't seen that from his son.
Grant doesn't shoot as much, but the other one shoots it a pretty good amount.
Yeah. I'm really big on, even though it means nothing right now, you tell me who the top 5 teams right now in the 15th region are, in your view.
I'll take us out of it. In my mind, I'll take us totally out because, obviously I'm going to believe in my guys before anybody else. It's a very different dynamic. I think Johnson Central Pikeville are your 1-2, 1A, I won't even say 1-2, 1A, 1B on any night. It just is a matter of who's on that night. I think Paintsville's in that third spot. I think Martin County's right there in that third spot too. It's like a 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, because those 4 teams are those 4 teams, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think, looking at the eye test, like I said, I've watched Martin play a couple of times, probably the most athletic team.
Oh, man, and Devin Maynard, like
he's unreal.
People don't understand. I saw it firsthand last year. He is by far the most athletic big in our region, and it's not even close.
Well, I watched him play in football. He was a stud quarterback over there at Martin County. I've watched him play basketball, just a phenomenal athlete.
Yes.
Then you throw Keithley in the mix.
Oh, man.
Keithley, he's going to be a D1 player.
Absolutely, for sure.
15th region, really loaded. Now, we've got about a minute to go, Matt. I want to give a shout-out.
I'll give a shout-out to my mom, always.
That's right.
Ramona Taylor. I think she's watching the game online tonight, and I'll give a shout-out to Keith, man. I love Keith Baker. He was awesome here. Trevor's my guy, too, but Keith, I wanted to come see him play, and I want to see Sadie Johnson come play because she transferred over here. She's somebody that's near and dear to our family as well, and our families are really close, and hope they have a great season, man. Keith in that high-low, buddy.
Hey, Matt, as always, it's a pleasure to see you, man. Come down the road about a half a mile and have dinner with me sometime.
I saw you standing in the field today. I didn't know what you started to hawk a horn about security.
We'll see you now.
See ya.
See you, bud. So we are back here with about 25 seconds to tip off, and I knew when we got Coach Taylor on here we wouldn't need any filler because that guy, he loves to talk basketball.
Yeah, you've got another 14th region matchup happening right now over in Perry County.
Yeah, and I had that wrote in my notes. What's the score?
Perry leading 14-12 at the moment here in the second quarter.
Well, Jeremiah, when those two teams play, it's kind of, I know
it's a rivalry.
It's the old adage of throw the record books out. But, Keller Lois came so close to winning so many games this year. Maybe this will be her signature win tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're in need of. And
yeah, right away you see that time Breathitt County, without hesitation, goes straight to Macy Brown in the post. Macy draws a foul. That foul's on Stamper, I think. No, that was on Bailey, her second. Looks like Letcher Central back in that 2-3 zone. That weak side help right there, but nice job. And that's the Macy Brown we've been waiting to see.
Yeah, she just needs to be aggressive.
Had good weak side help that time, but her size with good entry pass, she's going to get it. Ball over to Dixon on the wing. Dixon's a little short, and Brown pulls down the rebound. So the Bobcats with a chance to cut into this lead right here. Right now it's 7. That's the closest it's been all night. Going straight into Brown again, this time walled off by Bailey and Stamper. But they're looking again as Lexi drives, gets a lane, makes a little wraparound pass. And Brown with the nice rebound, misses it. But they're going to call it a 3-second violation, or was it over the back right there?
No,
they called it
over
the back.
I actually thought she was clean that time.
And that's the third foul. And they can ill afford to lose Stacy. That really takes that high-low part of their game out when Stacy comes out. Cougars come down, set the offense. Over to Caudle, to Dixon. Skip pass over into the middle. It's batted away, and the Cougar Bobcats are going to come away as Stamper picks up. That was Hatton picks up the foul. Bobcats much more assertive here in the first minute of the third quarter.
And I feel like that's the way they played when we watched them earlier this year against Knott.
Yeah.
First half was kind of slow, and Breathitt really come out in the third quarter and
asserted themselves. Shout out to our main man Bumper Adams. Letcher Central as Pelfrey misses the 3, gets the rebound, sets the offense. Skip pass across to Caudle. Caudle throws into Stamper. Stamper shoots the left-handed shot. It's going to be long, but Bailey gets an offensive rebound. To Hatton, to Stamper, back over to Caudle. Breathitt's defense much more in tune as Caudle fires the 3. It's going to be short. Brown with the rebound. Brown much more active.
A lot of patience there by Letcher. I mean, they passed it around the circle. couple different times.
Well, you know, in that 2-3 zone, though, you've got to get somebody in that high post that can knock down that 10, 12, 13-foot jumper. Into Brown again. Brown goes up and puts it in, and Brown's starting to catch fire. As the lead now is to 5, the closest it's been since the first of the game.
Brown now with double figures.
Dixon picks up her dribble out to Hatton. Around to Caudle. Nobody in that high post yet as Bailey goes to the high post, but she is doubled quickly. Nice ball fake by Dixon as she gets on the baseline and puts it in. And, you know, you've got to drive. You can't just pass the ball around the perimeter.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to get into the paint to make something happen. 30-23.
If the ball does not touch the paint, you didn't do something right.
That's right. Ball knocked away right there by the Cougars. They come out, outlet pass to Dixon as she comes down and makes the layup. And just like that, back up to 9.
Dixon now with 9 points in the game as well.
Yeah, that was a great outlet pass by Hatton as she tapped the ball away. And so Letcher Central back into that token press. Just that little 3/4 court press. But you can see they're going to try to go into Brown again as she flashes to the post. There's the three-pointer, and it's going to be short. But rebound, up and in.
Stacy with the basket.
That's Stacy. So definitely doing a little bit better job on the boards.
Yep.
Over to Caudle, into Stamper. Stamper misses the shot.
Another rebound for the Lady Cats.
Yeah. Lexi Combs surveys the defense, triggers the play.
I think she's wanting to call her own number and get into the paint.
Yeah, good job defensively right there. Brown misses the short shot. Up to Hatton and over to Caudle for the 12, 14-footer, and it's no good. Rebound by Combs. And you can see, obviously, at halftime, rebounding must have been on the board.
It should have been. Should have been on the board all 3 times.
Caudle rips the ball away right there with a jump ball. The ball will go back to Letcher Central. As Canoy just a little too much dribbling right there.
Yeah, I'm sure she was trying to get into her shot.
Now, Johnson checks in for Stamper, and Johnson a little bit more offensively minded. Ball goes to Caudle for 3, and it is a little off.
Johnson more aggressive.
Very aggressive. Combs pulls up from 15, and it's going to be short. And the ball's going to stay with Breathitt County. You know, Stacy with those 3 fouls, very close to picking up her 4th right there. Inbounded to Combs, inside to Brown, and it is going to be a scrum on the floor. And they call
a foul.
That's going to be on Johnson. That's her 2nd foul.
Just a little over-aggressive.
Yeah. Combs for 3, and it's buckets. The lead down to 4, with Combs really starting to come alive. Ball over to Baker, who checked in. High post to Bailey, over to Baker. Baker with the 3, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Three-point shootout now.
Yeah, man. Cougars putting a little bit of that pressure on. Ball knocked away, stolen by Dixon, and she's going to get the foul from
Combs.
Lexi Combs right there. So the energy level for both teams starting to ramp up a little bit.
Yeah, Combs, I think, mad at herself and dropped that foul. Should have slowed it down and passed through the pressure.
Johnson in for the little runner. It's going to be long, but the rebound by Caudle, and she misses it short. Combs on the drive. You know what she's going to do here? Pulls up from 15 and shoots an air ball. I don't understand why she didn't drive on in right there. She had an open line drive all the way to the basket.
Yeah, I do believe she's got a point that it looked like the shot was blocked from behind, but referees didn't see it.
Speed of play definitely increasing as Dixon throws it over to Caudle. Bailey being double teamed there in the post. Caudle is going to draw the foul on the jumper from Combs, and it's going to have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Number 3, Combs, for second, team third.
And one coming up.
Yeah, and the difference we've seen, Letcher Central, Bailey comes in and scores early. Then you see Caudle. Then you see Baker. Then you see Dixon. They are a little bit more complete in the scoring column.
Yeah, most of Breathitt's scoring has come from Brown and Combs.
Yep. Three-pointer on the way, and it is good as we said that.
Kanoe. She is the sharpshooter of the bunch.
You're right. Baker looks inside. Past Bailey to the cutting Baker. Baker puts one up from about 8 and misses it. Breathitt with the chance to cut into that lead once again. Johnson very active with those hands. Going to be really careful to pick up that third foul as Bailey picks up the foul, and that's going to be her third.
Stacy going to the line.
And that's Letcher Central. That's the one they've got a pretty good depth in the backcourt, but the front court, Bailey can ill afford to get into foul trouble. And I'd say she's going to come out right here. Free throw short.
Brown ready to check back in. Looks like she's coming up for the shooter. Stacy.
Knocks down the second one as Brown checks in. Stacy going to get a nice breather. Breathitt setting back in that 2-3 zone, really trying to limit the touches in the paint for the Cougars.
Letcher does a really good job of swinging the ball.
They're going to get a little away from the ball. Foul as Sadie Johnson gets fouled by number 12.
Hayes.
So 3 fouls on Hayes, 3 fouls on Stacy.
Hayes and Johnson both have been active when they're in the game.
Caudle for 3. It's going to be long. Rebound by, who'd they give it to? The Breathitt County.
Yeah, Breathitt's going to get the ball.
That's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Cougars claimed a 6-point lead. As they, tapped away by Dixon. Caudle with the quick outlet to Dixon. Dixon goes up for the layup. Another turnover for Breathitt County out of this little press. Lexi Combs kicks it over to the side. Nice shot. Boy, that's a good-looking shot by Macy Brown right there.
Yeah, Brown showing inside and out tonight.
Yeah, really nice touch right there. Ball inside to Stamper, drops it into Johnson under the go. Johnson goes up, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound, and going to be fouled. And that's going to be on.
Looks like
Breathitt County 34, Brown for second.
Brown going to pick up that one, but I think Hayes got a warning.
Yeah. Hayes a very emotional player and such a hustler, man. We've watched her play, really gets after it.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore, I think I seen.
Johnson at the line right here. Up and in, gets the shooter's roll. Johnson takes her time, gathers herself. Free throws up, good rotation that time and drops it in. And she's going to check out for a little break as Anderson comes in for Johnson. So with Johnson and Bailey both out, see if they can get the ball into Brown quickly.
Looks like they're going to extend the pressure.
Now they got to stop the drive. Yeah. And at the end of the third quarter, 42-34, Cougars the lead. We'll be back in just a minute.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
And welcome back to Letcher County Central as we start the fourth quarter, 42-34. And the third quarter, much more frenetic pace, Jeremiah, than the first half.
So I think they changed the foul call from Breathitt to Letcher, but or maybe it was a double foul.
I think I heard him say a double foul. If so, that's Johnson's third foul, along with Bailey. Good rebound by Brown as she misses it under the go. Stamper does a great job in the tall tower to pull down the rebound as she brings it out, throws it to Caldwell on the wing, back to Stamper. Stamper slings it over to Baker. Baker shoots the three, and it is a little hard. Rebound by Caldwell.
Hot potato out there.
Yeah, a little fast as Caldwell throws up a little teardrop shot that goes down. Caldwell had a nice second half so far for the Cougars. Once again, Cougars showing that press. Lexi Combs over on the wing to Brown. Canoy from deep, and it's going to be short. Boy, what a great job of Stamper in there getting position with the tall towers. Baker over to Caldwell. Caldwell inside to Bailey, who's wide open and gets hammered, but no call. Ball goes out of bounds.
Stacy going to check back in for Hayes for the Breathitt County.
Ball out to Caldwell. Caldwell dribbles around, throws it over to Baker. Baker fires the three, and it is no good. Brown with the rebound. Looks up, got somebody wide open, and overthrows Canoy, and the ball's going to go back to the Lady Cougars.
Cougars pushing.
Yeah, Hatton really in a hurry to get the ball up. Ball around to Caldwell, in to high-low from Stamper to Bailey, and Bailey puts it in. Nice, quick design play by the Cougars.
Yeah, good angle there as well on that entry pass.
That's exactly right. Cougars pushed the lead back out to 12 after it had been cut to 4 at one point. Nice looking shot right there. Is that a full timeout?
Full.
And we'll take a break and come back after this timeout. 46-37, Cougars.
New year, new tech. Start 2026 connected with the latest devices from Appalachian Wireless. Upgrade to the powerful new iPhone 17 or the sleek iPhone 17 Air. Get more done with iPad A16 or stay connected with Apple Watch Series 11 or Ultra 3. And for the kiddos, the Explorer X6 Play, the smartwatch made just for kids. New year, new devices, and the service you trust right here at Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today at one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
And welcome back as we start the fourth quarter. Letcher Central with the basketball, maintaining a 9-point lead over top of the Bobcats, Lady Cats of Breathitt County. As Hatton brings the ball up, picks up a high screen from Bailey. Hatton over to Baker, over to Caldwell, into Stamper. Stamper somehow gets free with a little dipsy-do in the tall towers and gets the bucket.
Yep, good hesitation, then a step through.
Combs driving, and she's sealed off pretty nicely right there. Ball back around. Nice shot from Kanoy, but it comes off. Calder with the rebound. Cougars pushing the ball into Bailey. Bailey a little strong, and Breathitt County back down. Combs top of the key. Looking down towards Brown. It goes into Brown. Nice outside pass. And that one's, ooh, he gets the shooter's row. Pelfrey with another three.
2 in a row for Pelfrey.
Just climbed over the rim right there. Baker out on top. Looks to Bailey at the top of the key for the give and go. Baker comes in, kicks it back out to Hatton. Hatton's going to drive on Brown. Brown with the rebound. Great defense by Brown that time to keep Bailey from getting inside. Another three, a little heat check, and it is a little long. And it's going to go to Letcher Central as the ball goes out of bounds. Besides the effort, Charlie Stacy really working hard there.
Yeah.
Cougars really not had a real good shot here the last couple of possessions.
No, they've rushed some stuff and forced the issue.
Hatton drives in, a little short on the layup. Combs gathers it up at the top of the key. Back over to Combs, into Stacy. Stacy got a good mismatch with Brown down there as Kanoy shoots it. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Breathitt County.
Breathitt probably fortunate there to get the ball back.
Yep. Dixon and Howard check in for Caudle. No, it's a very ill-advised pass from Brown. As she's stolen away by Dixon, goes up to Howard. Howard puts it in. Just like that, back out the 10-point game with 3:55 left. Brown with the ball on the wing. Up to Stacy at the top of the key. Over to Combs. Inside to Stacy. Stacy with a nice up and under, but she's going to pick up the foul. If that's on Bailey, that's her fourth.
Letcher's staying in this 2-3 zone here in the fourth quarter, keeping Combs out of the paint.
A foul on Stamper, not Bailey. Ball goes up to the top of the key to Stacy. Down to Brown. Brown goes to work inside with another bucket.
Too easy.
Brown having a really nice second half.
14 points for her on the night.
Bailey on the screen to Dixon. Comes around to Baker. Baker to Stamper. Free throw line. Drives. Hesitates out to Bailey. Bailey Howard drives in, throws it up and misses it, gets her own shot, puts it in and draws the foul. And that foul will be on Combs. That's her third, I believe. Boy, Keith Baker be able to, bring the players in. He does, and the instant points. Bailey Howard comes in off the bench and got a chance for a three-point play right here. Bailey's father, Brian Howard, standout basketball player at Whitesburg High School, led the Yellow Jackets to the 14th region title in, I think it was 2001.
I've seen Howard play in a few minutes of JV earlier tonight.
Boy, Brown get away with the push right there, goes up, gets her own rebound, goes back up and puts it in. Very active right there by Brown.
That's what they need from her.
Yes, they do. Can't teach size, Jeremiah, and she's got a lot of it. Dixon goes behind the back, drives in, makes the pass in, picked off by Kanoy. 2:38 left. Breathitt County going to have to start really ramping things up as it goes in and it's overthrown. Letcher Central in that 2-3 doing a good job with the backside help on Brown that time.
Yeah.
She had nowhere to go.
Yes, they tried to push it over the top and it was just too high that time.
Now Breathitt County showing press, and this is kind of what I expected to see from them early as Baker comes across the man press. She's going to go all the way in, shoots the layup, and left-handed, and somehow it falls in. Baker says, "Happy birthday, Daddy," as she puts in that layup. Breathitt County quickly into the front court. Ball over to Brown. Brown spots it 3. Back over to Combs. Combs working hard, throws it away, though. Boy, that's an ill-advised pass right there. Kind of got herself in no man's land.
Left her feet, got up in the air, and had to make the pass.
Letcher Center goes to Dixon. Dixon comes up, guarded by Combs. She's going to drive all the way down, and Combs once again knocks it away.
Yeah, Dixon in too big of a hurry that time.
Yep, no reason to. Minute 53 to go.
You with the lead, you hold the ball.
Yep, that's right. Breathitt County looking around this time. Brown double teamed in the post. Can't seem to get the ball into her.
Almost triple teamed.
Over to Combs on the wing. Back over to Kanoy. Kanoy over and into Brown. Nice entry pass. And Brown puts it up and in.
Timeout.
Timeout, Breathitt County.
And we've had a full timeout right here. So we'll take a break and come back in just a second.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back to Letcher Central. Minute 33 left. Cougars on top, 55-46. Breathitt County showing full press right here as Cougars inbound the ball to Dixon in the corner, the worst place to go, and the Bobcats steal it away, but knocked away by Baker, and it'll stay with Breathitt County. You know, and as an inbounder, it's fool's gold when you see somebody open in the corner. You got to get somebody in the middle of the floor.
They're open in the corner because that's where the team wants you to be open.
That's right. It's not an accident. Combs inside to Brown. Brown looks, spins, goes up, and she's going to pick up the foul right there. Brown really just asserting herself here in the fourth quarter.
Bailey.
Now, minute 23, Allie Bailey picks up her fourth foul. Combs looks out, gets the ball over to Kanoy. Three-point shot, and it is no good by Hayes. Baker going to get the ball up. Let's see if the Cougars decide to pull it out. And, boy, a little rough with the ball is Dixon at the top of the key. No reason to hurry. And Hayes picks up her fourth foul right there. And at this point, you know, probably not a bad decision.
Team's third foul. They got a couple to give.
That's right. Cougars looking to inbound as Baker triggers the ball. Gets it over to Bailey Howard on the wing. Bailey comes to the top. Over to Dixon.
Dixon not getting the foul up.
There's the foul. As Combs picks up her fourth foul. 52 seconds to go, 55-46. Cougars ahead as Baker will inbound the pass. One more foul for the Bobcats, is that correct?
Yep. Well,
I don't know if the player card's right.
Yeah.
Dixon looks, she's going to drive and picks up a foul, and I think this one.
Hayes.
That's Hayes' fifth.
So they're saying team fourth.
Okay, so one more foul. Put him in as Howard looks to inbound the ball.
Nine-point lead for Breathitt.
Over to Baker on the wing. Baker picks up the quick foul from Kanoy, and that'll send Baker to the line.
Just her first foul. for Conoy.
Here's what, to close out the game, Jeremiah, you've got to be able to knock down these free throws. And Cougars not being...
We've seen a lot missed tonight.
Baker's up, and it's going to be good. Nice follow through and form right there.
This may be Coach Baker's finishing lineup when it comes to holding a lead.
He's got a bunch of ball handlers in there right now, and you've got Howard, Dixon,
2 free throws up and
Baker.
good. So.
Yeah, good free throws. Good pressure from the Cougars to slow things down. Bray finally gets the ball across half court to Brown, back over to Combs. Combs inside. Nice move, but rejected by Bailey. And Cougars now will definitely slow it down and draw the foul. As Coach Baker says, spread it out. Pelfrey fouls is going to send Baker back to the line where she just made 2. And 57-46, 26 seconds to go.
Yeah, Breathitt let him come all the way down the court. I was surprised by that foul.
And like you said, again, still a youthful team. And, we watched a Hazard team that we watched as 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders. Now they're regional contenders.
Yeah.
Will Breathitt County potentially do that as Baker knocks down the free throw? A lot of talent out there for that Breathitt County Lady Cats, just young. Baker toes the line for the second free throw, 58-46. Free throw up and good by Baker. She hits 4 in a row.
Baker now with 9 points on the night.
And Dixon with a silly foul out there, and Keith Baker not going to be happy about that.
Just team's 3rd foul.
Three-point attempt right here, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. And Alexis Pelfrey has really gave them quite a lift shooting a three-point tonight. Dixon's going to pick up the quick foul. Yeah. And 6 seconds to go, 59-49. Our Alice Lloyd College player of the game will be Allie Bailey. Allie has did an excellent job tonight.
Cleaning up the boards and
playing an excellent defense against a very impressive opponent in Macy Brown. Dixon eyes the free throw. It's up and it's good. And Mara Dixon's had a well of a game herself.
Yeah.
As an 8th grader, really showing that she's a varsity caliber player and going to be for the next 4 years. Dixon up and in.
She's still in the game, and we're in the final seconds at this point. But
yep.
That always speaks highly of who's out there at the end.
Brown shoots a 3, and it's going to be short, and that's going to do us here at Letcher County Central as the Cougars secure the win on Keith Baker's birthday. 61-49. We'll take a break and come back with their closing thoughts.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central as the Lady Cougars starting off the new year in the right way with one in the W column as they defeat a very, very tough Lady Bobcats team, 61-49. Really it felt like the Cougars kind of in control of the game, Jeremiah, the whole game, even though a couple of times the Bobcats cut it into 4. 30-28 is a very good game going on over there at the Pumpkin Palace. Hazard on top of Perry Central, 30-28 right now. But Jeremiah, your final thoughts on the game tonight?
I think it's mostly an effort win for Letcher. They Breathitt just didn't come out with the same effort that they needed to rebounding was the story of the game.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, the keys to the game, is for Letcher or for Breathitt to limit those second chance points. But what a job, Scarlett Stamper, Allie Bailey doing there on the post. And, you show me a better player at blocking out than Scarlett Stamper in the 14th region, and I'll eat my hat because, man, that little girl, she gets after it in there. But like you said, I think a lot of it's the energy, and I think the diversification of scoring for the Cougars. Breathitt County pulls into that 2-3 to kind of stop Bailey in the lane, and Baker hits threes. Bailey Howard hits three. Molly Caudill hits threes. Yeah. And that really forces the team to kind of pick their poison. This Letcher Central team, as we see, we got to see our first taste of Sadie Johnson out there, and Sadie, you can see, very aggressive with the scorer's mentality. They didn't fall tonight, but she does a lot of good things. Very aggressive player.
Yeah. Yeah, just the energy she brings when she comes out on the floor that's a positive impact on the game.
And the size, you've got Bailey in there, and then Johnson's a little bit more size than Bailey. Really gives the Cougars an edge. But fun game tonight. I definitely think both these teams have a chance to make a deep run into the tournament. And where's our next game, Josh?
Monday. Not Wolf.
All A. In the All A. So, guys, that will be a dandy as the All A gets off next week. Doubleheader, boys and girls, Knott and Wolf over there at Morton Combs, correct?
Yes.
So, guys, tune in. And for Jeremiah Hensley, I am Jim McCauley, and Hensley. What? Sorry about that. I know another one. And that's Jim McCauley, and we're going to sign off for the night.